once the people hate you, they do it passionately. It doesn't matter what you do to them. It doesn't matter your history, how bitter it is, or rather how emotional it can be. But when people have decided to hate on you, they do it passionately, with vigor and also with determination. This is what is happening to Gladys Wanga. You know, even they changed the name from Gladys Wanga, the Homabay governor, to Gladys Wanga. Due to what happened to Linda Mwananchi team in Homabay, in what was believed that was organized by Gladys Wanga and Kaluma Peter, the Homabay town member of parliament, it has been so hard for the people of Kenya and also other leaders to, love Gladys Wanga. Now, a video has been taking rounds of Gladys Wanga explaining how she has been battling cancer. But what is shocking is the way people are responding and replying and commenting on those videos. It indicates the people of Kenya can even wish you death once you do something that they don't want, especially when you harm a person that the people of Kenya love so much, like Edwin Watenya Sifuna. I want you to listen to the story of Gladys Wanga. I'll be back to talk more about it.
That we had to, maybe people were going to die. I don't know. I just saw people crying everywhere. All my family members, they were walking on the corridors, they were all crying. But I wasn't crying. Because Senator Beth Mugo told me one thing only. And it is the same thing I told everybody. That it is your mind that is going to kill you. It is not the cancer. And what I said is, all I'm going to do is just thank God that what if that time I was in parliament, I had just been elected. And I said, let me thank God, because what if I did not have the opportunity to get treatment in the same way that I have as a member of parliament, or now that I have something. So all I did always was just to thank God. And in Thanksgiving, 12 years later, I am here. I have not gone anywhere. And that is why this is personal to me, and this is the start of this journey. Because in Homabay, we're going to have every facility possible for diagnosing and for treating cancer. We're going to start with chemotherapy as we started. We're going to have radiotherapy here. Ultimately, we're going to have every facility that you can get by God's grace and by our determination here. And we are not going to go anywhere. It is people who are going to come here to get treated. It is not us. Madilo no pinka na marebe ni wadi malutie joma bolo bepi kabiro Homabay. And therefore so that I have.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is Gladys Wanga speaking. She's giving how, or rather she's giving a story how she was battling a cancer, where some of the family members were so devastated. They were crying, they were talking much, and they were blaming and also cursing the gods. But to her, she was confident, because by then she was a member of parliament. She could afford the treatment. Gladys Wanga was saying that when she was launching the oncology center in Homabay, where she even promised that she will make sure all the facilities have centers for chemotherapy. That is what he said, or rather she said. But now my point here is not about the disease, because normally, if it's not about what happened in the Homabay, how she mobilized people and the guns to beat Edwin Sifuna's convoy, whereby we had a lot of casualties, people died, and yet she was not even apologetic, because that day she wrote a message in social media talking about how the country referred to Homabay as Yemen, instead of even consoling with the families that had their loved ones die. She went straight about Yemen and how Homabay has been marginalized since independence. But the fact is, the people of Kenya They know when they hate, they hate. When they hate you, they hate you. Because this story of Gladys Wanga about the cans and stuff is so touching. It's so emotional. How she came over it. For 12 years now, she's at the 12th year today since she was discovered with cancer. It's a story that should motivate people and they feel emotional. But if whatever happened did not happen in Homabay, trust me, the people still could be standing with Gladys Wanga. But because she had indicated that she does not belong to one term and she doesn't want Edwin Sifuna, the people right now have turned against her. By the way, even the people in Homabay, they were never happy. They did not find it amusing when people were ferried from other places in form of goons from Migori, from Siaya, to go and help the goons in Homabay to disrupt a rally, a peaceful rally of Edwin Sifuna. It is a democratic country. People are saying like, why should you do that? Let them come talk and they go. So you come back and talk to your people and tell them to shun those divisive politics. Why? The reason why Gladys Wanga could hire goons is what remains a mystery to many people till now. Now, that small thing that she did is what that is making people hate on Gladys Wanga so much. Look at online. I was looking at the comments on the video where she was commenting on what she went through. I never found any message telling her that she's a strong woman and encouraging her or whatever. All messages are derogatory. They are talking bad about Gladys Wanga, others wishing her death just because of what happened about Edwin Sifuna. You know, it is not about mobilizing goons to attack a convoy. It is about who was attacked. In this case, it was Edwin Watenya Sifuna, the 6th. The people of Kenya right now, they have already made a decision that they are going to support Edwin Watenya Sifuna. They have made a decision. The young people are very confident. That is why when you talk anything negative about Edwin Sifuna online or elsewhere, you will get an immense opposition. People will even beat you because you are talking ill of their small god. So Gladys Wanga did not measure the gravity of the situation of hiring goons to beat Edwin Sifuna. You know, she's the national chairperson of ODM, and Edwin Sifuna was the secretary general of ODM. They know one another. Only that she did not know that by now Edwin Sifuna is a fierce principal. In fact, the main competitor of William Samoei Ruto. You know, at some point I feel like even William Ruto anakaanga kwa nyumba yake tu hivi pale State House anafikiria, anashindwa, hii jamaa imetoka wapi? You know, the same case even Bon Halwale, the Kakamega senator, was asking the people of Mlembe Nation, where did Sifuna come from? Because just the other day, William Ruto was lecturing Edwin Sifuna, telling Edwin Sifuna that, oh yeah, I'm a co-founder of ODM. Ukiongea maneno yangu mingi kuja polepole, manake nizaita mkutano ya founders tukupige nje. Of course he managed to do that in a different way by buying ODM after Raila Odinga has died. But now, I'm very sure what shocks William Ruto the most is the fact that right now, that young man called Sifuna, who doesn't have a negative record, who has no scandal, someone you lack anything to attack Edwin Sifuna with, is now the main competitor of William Samoei Ruto. It's laughable. This is because he has gotten the grace from God to be loved by many people in Kenya. And now the greatest mistake Gladys Wanga made is to get goons to attack Edwin Sifuna. Now even the story, the cancer story that should be inspirational, the cancer story that should be emotional and touch people's hearts, right now people even don't care about her. Hata wengine walikuwa wanaandika matusi mbaya yenye siwezi sema. Anyway, I really don't know what you can talk about this dangerous disease that Gladys Wanga has been battling. You can write your comment down there in the comment section, and if you're new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content.